Ever stop to think how much those little impulse buys on your phone are adding up to, and how many subscription payments are sneaking out of your bank account every single month? Before I started using Rocket Money, let me tell you, I had no idea. But the first time I logged in, I saved $435. I couldn't believe it. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I just love the dashboard. It shows everything in one place, even the subscriptions you forgot you signed up for. And if there's something you don't need, Rocket Money helps you cancel it. Plus, it alerts you if a bill increases or if something unusual pops up in your account. It's basically like having a personal assistant for your money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Kim today. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim. But wait, there's more. Here's hour 4 of the Kim Komando Show. Well, I'll tell you, this brings back some fond memories. I was my son's den leader from the time he was 5 to around 10. And now Scouting America, yes, the rebranded Boy Scouts, they have some new badges for artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. So forget tying knots. Scouts are going to be learning about deep fakes, algorithms, how to train chatbots, not just talk to it. And they also say the badge teaches password safety, phishing defense, and digital citizenship. Okay, wow. So be prepared today means knowing how to spot deep fakes and dealing with artificial intelligence. Yes, these are the times that we live in. Because after all, today is all about tech, wherever we go. And I am here, Kim Komando, America's beloved digital goddess, to make sure that you have all the know-how to always be tech ahead and not get left behind in the digital rush. And you can find my award-winning show on over 425 top stations across the United States. We're streaming in your favorite radio app, of course. Just search for Komando with a K. And wherever you get a podcast, wherever you listen, just search for my last name as well, because after all, you cannot afford to ever miss the nation's most trusted and biggest tech show in the country. And a huge salute goes out to all of our heroes tuning in via the American Forces Network Radio. I just love this, reaching more than 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 countries across every branch: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, the Coast Guard, and the Space Force. And thank you for your service. And the Commando hotline's open right now at 1-888-825-5254. And if you want to join the show, ask a question, certainly you can call the Commando hotline. But here's an insider secret, is that you can grab a spot and make an appointment to speak with me here on the show. Just head over to Komando.com, and then there's a link at the top that says Ask Kim. Alrighty then, you've heard me say it before. Every single day of my life, I dive into at least 35, 40 different sources to make sure that I'm always up to date on what's happening in the tech world, so that this way I can impart all this know-how from my beautiful brain right to your beautiful brain. And here are 5 things that you need to be aware of. And we're going to start with the Bitcoin ATM scam. Okay, here's how it works. You're going to get a call or a text. Someone pretends to be the FBI. They say, "Oh my gosh, your bank account is in danger." And here's the fix. Go to the nearest Bitcoin machine and send all your money to that account. That's right, because the FBI will be the ones to protect your money. So you drive to a gas station. You load all your cash into the machine and poof, the money's gone. It went straight into the scammer's wallet. And no, you are never going to be able to get it back. In the first 6 months of this year alone, oh my gosh, people lost around $250 million through these crypto ATM scams. Isn't that just nuts? So you might be wondering, why aren't there these big, bright warning signs on these ATMs? Well, you see, the Bitcoin ATM companies are making so much money from every single transaction. Listen to this. Say if Bitcoin's trading at $50,000, which is a lot higher than that. We're just going to say 50 grand. The machine is going to say, oh, it's going to cost you $60,000. There's a 20% markup. And then add another 5 to 15% in transaction fees. Wow. Makes me wonder, how do I get in that business? Oh, gosh. I wouldn't, just saying. All right, moving on to number 2, some more alarming news for Tesla drivers. You know, we don't have a single absolute definitive number of deaths attributed to Tesla's full self-driving mode. But the feds say anywhere between 14 and 21 over the past 10 years. But that's old news. Here's the latest. In addition to the deaths, the feds are now investigating a number of serious traffic violations linked to Teslas while they're self-driving. So the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, they're in the game. They're investigating 58 so-called instances, 14 crashes or fires, 23 injuries. 6 crashes occurred when Tesla's self-driving system just blew through red lights. Okay. When Tesla's self-driving mode is active, you are risking your life. I know this, okay? I know this firsthand. I used to have a Tesla, noticed past tense with full self-driving mode. I'm like, this is never a good thing for me. And I don't think it's good for anybody. All right, let's talk about Medicare. Open enrollment season just started, and you're going to be bombarded by TV, streaming, websites, social media, commercials. Maybe even get some phone calls that say, hey, we're from Medicare. We want to help you. That's not Medicare calling. In fact, not only is it not Medicare, no federal agency is ever going to call you. They're not going to send you text messages. They're not going to send you emails. So you know it's a scam when the phony representative asks for your info, like your Medicare number, your Social Security number, your bank account numbers, all those things. So if you get such a call, just hang up. Okay, don't engage them. Just hang up. Moving on to number 4. Did you ever own a BlackBerry phone? I'm sure you knew somebody who did. They had the best security, the best email, the greatest keyboard with buttons like a mini computer. I never really liked them, but I had a whole bunch of lawyer friends be like, oh, Kim Commando doesn't use the BlackBerry. I'm like, wasn't really into it. But it's not just BlackBerry phones. Let's say you have a Nokia phone or an old landline answer machine, especially with cassette tapes. Everything I just mentioned are collectibles, as are Sony's PlayStation 1 and 2, Nintendo's Wii gaming consoles. By the way, about this time, 20, 30 years ago, stores could not keep these games in stock. And the lucky kids who got them as gifts back then are kind of feeling nostalgic and they want to bring everything back. The phones are worth about $50, consoles are worth about $60. And by the way, those 90s TVs that you used to have in the kitchen, yeah, they're making a comeback too, complete with the DVD player. Yes, we need one of those. Not. And finally this, do you start your email with Happy Friday or just circling back? Yes, everybody rolls their eyes. Experts over at Zero Bounce looked at over 1 million emails and found the top cringe phrases that we all need to stop using. The biggest offenders, reaching out, following up, I'm checking in, or let's get into alignment. I hate that one. Wow. They say when people read these over and over, they just stop hearing you. So my rule is you want to be real, write like yourself, don't be the office jerk. And I'll tell you what my email rule is. If it's longer than a paragraph, just get off your butt and come talk to me. Yes, do not do that. Email. Bringing this to the top of your inbox, right? Oh, so annoyed. I want to be in alignment. Yeah, sure. Listen, I've got a great tip about free remote tech support. You're going to love that. The easy and fun way to record a phone call. You're going to need to know that, I'm sure, someday. Oh, and the clear-cut signs that somebody may be cheating on you. See, it's this type of intel that you cannot get anywhere else except here on the Kim Commando Show. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise. Home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It's thin. No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the new iPhone Air. It's 0.22 inches, thinner than a pencil, about the same as a few stacked credit cards, and has this gorgeous OLED display. It's Apple's fastest chip, all-day battery life just packed into this gorgeous titanium body. And of course, it's expensive. It's $999. Now, the reason why I bring this up is that you could win one for free. Right now, I'm giving one away. Just go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All right, let's get this party started with Leilani from Chicago, Illinois. Oh my gosh, I read your story and I'm so glad that you're able to join us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so you guys were walking at a Target, right?
We're walking in, yes, and they're at the bottom of the stairs.
And so tell us what happened.
My boyfriend and I walked inside. Two men approached us with a signing board asking for donations because they said that their little brother was shot and they were trying to bury him. They were asking to take donations via their cell phone, like a tap to pay. They wouldn't take cash. It was more similar to along the lines of a GoFundMe. When I went to tap to pay, it was declined. It was kind of weird, but I didn't think too much. My boyfriend went to do it, and it went through. They said thank you and started to walk away. And when I realized they had taken almost $5,000 out of his account.
Oh my gosh, $5,000! Wow.
Yeah. So we were pretty lucky. I actually have a notification on my phone that I have to approve anything over $1,000 in order for it to go through. So the reason that mine got declined was because, it was over that 1,000. And I'm really lucky that I had that. But yeah, we tried chasing them down and, got ourselves in a little fender bender at that point, but doing much better now.
So didn't your boyfriend run after them?
My boyfriend ran after them. I actually ran after him, and I got in front of their car. Their car was parked in a handicap zone with their flashing lights on. My boyfriend was trying to pull the gentleman out of the driver's seat when they tried to take off. But the car hit me when it went forward and stopped, and then they went again. This time I had moved out of the way at that point when my boyfriend was still trying to pull the gentleman out of the driver's seat. My boyfriend got kind of dragged with the vehicle, and they tried to swerve into multiple vehicles to pin him between them, and eventually a door hit him. He fell and skidded about 25 feet on the concrete and ended up sliding into the back of a truck bumper and actually ended up puncturing his lung and fracturing a rib.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible. All because you fell for somebody who said that their brother got shot and they needed money for a funeral. So did they open up your Apple Pay? Is that what happened?
They actually tried to tap their phone to my actual card, my credit card.
Oh, I see.
But that didn't go through. So then my boyfriend just did tap to pay through his phone, through the wallet, the Apple wallet.
I see. Okay.
He had his Apple card on it. Yeah.
I understand. So how's he doing? How are you doing now?
I'm in physical therapy now. He hasn't actually been cleared to go to physical therapy because he's still having breathing problems and his rib is still fractured at this time. He has an x-ray scheduled for next week, and then hopefully he can start therapy at that time. But very scary moment for us, I would say. He was on oxygen for 2 days.
Oh, so. My gosh. What about the guys? Did they catch him?
We haven't kind of called back. We've tried calling police. We kind of just get the runaround. I mean, I understand it's Chicago and it's a busy city, but you would think that they'd at least call us back at this point.
Well, thanks for coming on and telling us what's, your story, because it's horrific and it's unfortunate. I mean, these are the times that we live in, where somebody can just make a sign or pretend to be a GoFundMe, and then really in actuality, they're just stealing from you or possibly doing worse. I mean, you guys are lucky that you're still alive. You really are. Again, if you're listening and somebody wants a donation, I want you to remember this story. Always donate through legitimate sources, please. All right, let's switch gears. Ben in Portland, Oregon. Glad to have you with us. Hi there, Ben.
Hi, Kim. How's it going? I love your show. I listen to it every week.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Need to listen more to it. So I had a question about QR codes. And I looked this up. I did my own research, and it just said, don't scan QR codes if you don't know where you're at, like the source or whatever. But I'm like, but the QR codes are like everywhere. They're at Applebee's. They're at in the airport, you can't even get a menu unless you scan the code. And I'm just kind of curious as what are they doing with that information, or how much information are they getting from that?
Well, the QR code, think of it this way. It's just a shortcut, okay? It's a shortcut from your device to wherever it's landing, whether it's a menu, whether it's a way to enter something to win, whether it's directions where you're going to pay a parking meter, get your boarding pass. I mean, you're right. They're just literally all over. And so what that is, and typically there's a service in the middle that does the handshake between your device and wherever you're going to land. Okay. So that man in the middle is think about your device. What is he getting from you? What do you think?
I mean, my phone number, it could be an address. I don't know. I don't know all the things.
That's what it's getting. It's getting your phone's unique ID. It's getting your location, the operating system that you're using. It may know what apps that you have open. It may look at permissions. What do you think, Andrew?
I thought he would have been safe to just say absolutely everything.
Yes, okay.
Because when it comes to us, everything is on our phones. And some of these code services, they take everything.
It's not going to be able to get into your bank account.
No, but it's going to know that you have the Bank of America app on your phone.
Yes. Okay. And then it's going to bring you to wherever it is. And then wherever you're going, depending upon that guy in the middle, they may be sharing your data when they sell it to somebody else, or they just may be accumulating it. But very rarely is it something where it's like, oh, we're just going to be nice. Here you go.
Yeah, because, I mean, I learned a long time ago, if you're not paying for something, you're the product.
Yes.
So I'm just like, they're just gathering. I'm like, how much are they gathering? Should I be, like, willy-nilly just, QR everything? Because my kid watches this show called The Beast Games, and he's like, hey, you can win $1 million if you just scan this QR code and sign up or whatever. I'm like, I don't know if I want them to have my information, or what are they going to do with it?
But
how insidious is it?
But, Ben, you added something else. When you sign up. Okay. Because when you sign up, they're getting even more information from you when you sign up, and then puts you on lists, and then that gets sold time and time again. But you're absolutely right, Ben. Anytime something's free, you are the product. All right, next time Mom or Dad calls because the screen turned blue again, you can skip the painful play-by-play over the phone. What you want to use is Google's Chrome Remote Desktop. So first you install it on both computers, and it's beautiful. It works on Windows, Mac, and of course, Chromebooks, obviously. You log in using your Google account, and then you can totally see their screen. You can move their mouse. You can click things, install updates, open files, all from your own device. Now, here's the deal. You need to set it up in advance so you're ready when Mom and Dad or somebody calls when they're in a panic. Okay, so again, it's called Google's Chrome Remote Desktop. And just go ahead and search it. And you are going to love me forever because I am going to save your sanity with that tip. Hey, still to come, we have more of your great phone calls here on the Kim Commando Show.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, coming up in just a few minutes, how you can record a call on your phone and later on signs that someone may be cheating on you. And, of course, we have just amazing phone calls here on the Kim Commando Show. Oh, Lily, this does not look good. Welcome to the show today.
Oh, man. So I have an iPhone, and it is acting so crazy. The phone will just start turning on apps, flipping through screens. I take it to the Apple store. We try to get Apple linked in. I keep hitting yes. It goes to no. She's like, ma'am, you're hitting the wrong button. No, ma'am, I'm hitting yes. So they're like, it's not hacked. It's not hacked. I'm like, listen, I don't know what it is, but it's goofy, and I need it to be not goofy. So that's where we're at. I don't know what to do. My hands are like, I do HR for a living. I'm like, I need to be able to use my phone.
So give us like two crazy examples. Like while you're looking at the phone, did anything happen while you're actually looking at the screen?
Oh, so I was told, let's do a hard reset on it. Let's just wipe the phone. We'll go back to the basics. Perfect. Third time I've done this, but let's do it again. So we go to wipe it. We turn it back on. We reload from the cloud, the data. And as the phone is going on, everything, you see pages just swiping. And like apps are just randomly opening up. And then you could see them, like something is closing them as they're pushing them up. Just the other day, I was downloading some data onto an external drive so that I could just trash the phone. And as I'm going into the folders, it's empty. Like as I just was in it, so I know that my pictures were there. I go back into that folder and it's empty, completely gone.
It's goofy.
I told you, it's goofy. I'm like, and Apple's like, no, we're not hacked. I'm like, okay, maybe not, but it's goofy. So can you make it not goofy, please?
Goofy is a great technical term.
I like that. I think, I'm going to use that from now on. When somebody calls in and like they're giving me a whole problem, I'm going to say, you know what? That's just goofy.
We got a case of the goofy.
That's all. It's just
I'm just
goofy.
saying. I'm like, dude, I just need it to work like the way it's supposed to work.
All right. So when you reset and you do a full factory reset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you ever tried to just do a full factory reset without restoring anything from the cloud?
Yep.
Is it
We
still
did that, and it still did it. Yep.
Have you tried to put a different user on that phone?
That is the only thing that we have not tried.
Okay.
So I did the phone. We did a complete reset. We took it back to the basics. We uploaded no data from the cloud and just started. And that's when it would still, like, apps were being open, like they were searching for something they weren't able to find. Because you could see a bunch of apps like randomly opening and they were closing. And I was like, no, buddy, you're not getting whatever it is you're looking for. It's not there.
Is this a company phone?
It is not. It's a personal phone.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
So you could create a new Apple ID, even
Yes.
though it's still connected to that SIM and that phone number, and see, a process of elimination to see if it's the Apple ID that they have the access to.
So that second time that we did it, when we went to Apple, I was with the T-Mobile gentleman. That was with nothing on the phone. It was just a fresh load from a computer. So we deleted it. We reloaded it from iTunes and got Apple linked in. And as Apple was going in, 3 times it took us, and I'm recording it, where she's like, ma'am, you're hitting no. I'm saying, no, ma'am. You had to hit 2 buttons, yes and accept, I think. She was like, ma'am, you keep declining it. I said, ma'am, I'm hitting yes.
Wow.
So it was
Now, do you have?
times.
Is there anybody in your life that you think might be trying to torment you?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Tell you what I would do is, I'm thinking like maybe your phone was cloned or something. I would do the whole factory reset, but I'd get a fresh SIM. I get a brand new phone number. I get a brand new iCloud account. I would just start from scratch.
Okay.
And
I will give it a try.
because you've
I was
done
worried.
everything
Do
else.
I go with Apple?
Pardon me?
I said, do I go with Apple? Do I not go with Apple? I'm like, I don't even know how to work an Android phone at this point, but I'm like, oh my goodness, like it's so frustrating to not be able to utilize your phone the way you need to.
Well, the good news is that you're not nuts. You have to, but we can fix this.
No, not nuts. Goofy.
Goofy.
Remember, that's the word we're using.
No,
It's
the
word of
tech
day.
is goofy. She's not crazy, is what I'm saying.
Gosh.
Gosh, at this point, Lily, I just go the whole nuclear way.
Yeah.
Just get a new phone, a new SIM, a new phone number, a new iCloud account. There's something. There's a gorilla in the mist somewhere.
We had the
just don't know
same
what it is.
problems with my son's Xbox.
Do you?
Yeah, where someone had whatever access to his Xbox Live account, and no matter what Xbox we put it on, that person was doing the same thing in the background, starting games, trying to buy things, trying to delete things. And so we had to do it like exactly what you said, just start from scratch.
Yeah, because there's so many weirdos out there.
Yeah, it's probably just some teenager in like Sheboygan that's just having fun.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here's something that I do. I record phone calls, okay, important phone calls, doctor's appointments, billing disputes, anything legal. And really seriously, anytime I have to do anything with money, I record the call. I mean, this way you can show the call back to the company, you have a transcript. Recording your doctor's conversations is a must too. So here's how you get started. on your iPhone, Apple made it easy. Just tap Start Call Recording in the upper left during a call. Everyone gets an audio alert, so it's no secret. Stop recording, obviously, by tapping stop or just hanging up. Now, on Android, it's a lot trickier. Google blocks call recording apps. Now, some phones and carriers will allow it, so if you want to check, open the phone app, start to receive a call, and look for a record on the screen, and then tap stop when you're done. Now, you do have to make sure that you follow all the laws that may be applicable to your states. So, but if you want to record a phone call, there's the easy way to do it. All right, still to come, we have more of your phone calls that you don't want to miss, as well as later on some signs that somebody may be cheating on you. Yes, digital traces are always left behind here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, let's see. Jesse, this does not look good. Jesse in Fort Worth, tell me what's going on and welcome.
Well, thanks for taking my call, Kim. I've got I own a small farm and ranch ag supply business here in Texas, and a few weeks ago, it was actually about the 1st of June, I started getting calls. People were trying to buy heavy equipment from us, and at first I brushed the phone calls off, thought it was the wrong number, and then I got to looking into it, and scammers they have opened up a website using my business's name, my business's address.
Oh gosh.
And using using a phone number that's very similar to our own, same area code and everything. And anyway, I've been trying the last 2 months, trying to find avenues to get it shut down. Okay. As the scam's been going on, we just keep getting more and more calls from people who are either trying to buy equipment or people that have been scammed out of deposits, or in some cases, the full asking price of the machinery. And anyway, we hear you on the radio here. A local radio station plays you, and I've called just about everybody I could think of, and now I'm reaching out to you, see if you got any advice.
Wait, I'm sorry that you're going through all this. This is a nightmare. Now you have the FTC. Did you do the Internet Crime Complaint Center? Have you done those steps?
I did the FTC. I did the IC3. Earlier this week, another bank in Georgia had contacted me. They said one of their customers had been scammed.
This is really going to hurt your reputation. This is bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad. Right. All right. So the scammers are on a different site. Did they steal your domain, or did they come up with a similar domain?
It was actually a domain that I used to own, and then I gave up some of the domains that I was paying for.
Yeah, you know what?
And,
we do that too. We've done that in the past. What's the nightmare? Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to go. It's called a DMCA takedown. I've had to do this myself. So you do a whois lookup to see where they registered this domain. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then you file a complaint with the host directly, and it's called a DMCA takedown for stolen content. Okay.
Are they using your logos and your photos?
No, sir. No, they created their own logo.
Yeah.
And and they're using stock photos. I guess evidently, talking to the bankers that have called us, they're using legitimate VIN numbers that match the photos that they have.
So
in
this
their
is
ads.
a sophisticated operation.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so we've got to be a little bit smarter than they are. I would put a scam alert on your homepage. Mm-hmm. And say, basically this is happening, big red letters. We're doing our best to take it down. Look at your own Google profile page, your business profile page, and start asking for positive reviews and start moving that engine. But there is something called the ICANN. It's ICANN. Aside from the DMCA takedown, is that it's the Internet Corporation of Assigned Names and Numbers, if you want to know what the acronym actually stands for.
We all knew that, Kim.
Okay,
Come
I'm
on.
sorry.
It's so common.
You can also go to them and say that these scammers are spoofing me. Okay? Mm-hmm. And because with the DMCA takedown and the ICANN, it's their role is to make sure that whatever domains are out there, that they are legit. And and that was a really good question that you asked, Andrew, about your logos, because if you can claim that they are violating of your copyrights or trademarks, then you get to the next level, but they're not doing that because they're smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can also say that there's consumer confusion. If this goes on much further, I would get a lawyer involved, because when these internet outfits and the FTC, they get a request from somebody on legal letterhead, I think it makes them pay attention a little bit more. Also, don't forget about your state's attorney general. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's also another place that you can file a complaint, because this is a complete nightmare. So, Jesse, I put you on hold. Take all that intel, and if you need any help afterwards, folks, give Jesse my private email address, and we'll kind of take it to the next level. Alrighty, then. We have time for another phone call. Walter in Charleston, South Carolina. Hi there, Walter.
How's everybody there?
We're doing fabulous. Thank you for asking.
Okay. I've got a great, interesting story to share with you. You want me to go ahead and let it rip?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. We spend a week at a lake every summer, and we had just come back, and we were washing up, cleaning up, and my wife turned around and said, "I can't find my phone. Where's my phone?" And she searched the house over and couldn't find her phone. Well, the washing machine beeped and said, "I'm through." And she went and opened the door to the washing machine, and guess what's sitting on top of the clothes? Her iPhone 13. And I figured, oh well, we go buy you a new phone. Well, I took it out of the case and put it on top of the water heater for an hour or two, and went and got it. And that's been 2 months now, and it's still working like a champ. It never missed a beat.
Wow. That is something.
Well, the iPhones have, like, I don't know, what is it, 10 feet or 12 feet of waterproof?
It's an IP68 rating.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to confuse everybody.
And if you know what that means? It's like up to 30 minutes in water.
Okay.
Up to 30 minutes
Okay.
in 6 meters of water.
Okay.
But it went through a wash and a spin cycle.
Well, the spin cycle dried it off, so that wouldn't count that 30 minutes of water.
I mean, so who needs a phone sanitizer?
Right, just throw it in the washer.
I'll tell you. Well, anyway, it saved us from having to go buy a new one.
Well, you know what? That's a great story. I mean, now you've got a clean phone, right?
Can't get any cleaner.
Which we don't recommend, by the way.
No.
We're not saying to put your phone in the washing machine. But hey, Walter, thanks for sharing your story with us.
Dishwasher. That's where you need to put your phone.
You know what? One time my mother put hubcaps in the dishwasher.
What? Did they get clean?
Yeah, they did. They were so clean. I remember my father going, "Virginia, what are you doing?" All right, I have a little bit of an ask here, and so let's talk about it. You know, wherever you get your podcasts, you can get the Kim Komando Show, all 4 hours weekly of the Kim Komando Show. Now, for some reason, you are not leaving me a nice 5-star positive review wherever you get your podcasts. And that needs to change pronto. It does. Because, see, here's what happens. You have all these algorithms that are controlling podcasts. Do you know how many podcasts are out there right now? Like 4 million podcasts. 4 million. It's nutso. So wherever you get your podcasts, the algorithms will kind of determine what podcast to show to other people. Now, the algorithms are based on positive reviews and traffic. So they feel like, oh, if you like this, then somebody else will like this. So that's why you hear me say, please, please, please. You know, if I have to go spin a sign on the corner, I'll do that. Yes, I will. Well, maybe I won't, but it sounded like I should be able to do that. Just wherever you get your podcast, just leave a nice 5-star review. Say some good words. Because, again, that helps trick the algorithms, and then more people will know about the Kim Komando Show podcast, which is exactly what we need. All right, still to come. You have a feeling that your partner, your spouse, your significant other may be cheating on you. So what are some digital signs to look for? I'm going to let you know those when we come right back here on the Kim Komando Show.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs. But luckily, there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
All right, so if you're looking for some clues, let's just start at the beginning. Is your spouse suddenly glued to their phone? Maybe they used to leave it on the table. Now it never leaves their person. That's a red flag. Another one, they leave the room to take phone calls or answer texts, and they always say, oh, it's just someone from work. It's not important. But work never used to call. Or maybe there's a mysterious new lock screen password that they're not going to share. Here's something that you can try. Say that your phone died and you need to make a quick phone call. If they hesitate, panic, or flat out refuse, then there's a problem. Just saying. Hey, join almost 1 million folks who get my free newsletter every single day to stay tech smart, and you're just going to love it. It has a 5 out of 5-star review at getkim.com. And that's the end of hour 4. But I'm sure in your podcast player, there are some shows that you haven't listened to. Come on. Just fire up your podcast player and get more tech know-how, whether you're walking or on your commute or whatever you might be doing.